Featured story. The disparity between government and private schools, comparing government schools' accessible education and sports facilities with private schools' expensive fees and absence of sports fields. In contemporary education, the argument over the amenities provided by private versus public schools, specifically the availability of sports fields, is pertinent and topical. The impact of physical spaces on student development, family financial responsibilities, and access to high-quality learning environments are just a few of the significant facets of education that are touched upon by this topic. When considering the discrepancy between the tuition that private schools demand and the facilities offered, like sports fields, and how government schools supply these areas at comparatively lower costs, the subject gets even more complex. This conversation will cover the causes of the decrease in private school sports facilities, the benefits of physical spaces for learning and growth, the financial strain on parents, and the stark disparities in government school conditions. This analysis will explore how these disparities affect society and education and provide urgent solutions to the problem. The role of sports grounds in education. Before discussing the problems between public and private schools, it's important to note that sports fields are essential to schools and help students grow as whole people. Even though classrooms and lessons are the most critical parts of education, it's also important to remember how vital places are for sports. These places aren't just for fun, they're also places where people can grow as people, improve their health, and make friends. Having sports fields in schools ensures students get a well-rounded education that is good for their mental and physical health. This situation examines the different roles that sports fields play in education, such as improving physical health, school performance, life skills, and social interactions. These places are essential for more than just sports and physical education. They help make people well-rounded. Promoting physical health is the most precise and essential role of school sports fields. In a time when many teens and young adults are idle and addicted to screens, sports fields are an indispensable place to exercise. Sports students can improve their heart health, build muscle, and keep their weight healthy. Sports like running, football, cricket, basketball, and sports can help fight childhood obesity, lower stress, and keep people from getting diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease later in life. Students' immune systems are also strengthened by physical exercise, making them less likely to get infections and illnesses. Regular exercise helps students learn how to take better care of their bodies, which can positively affect their health in the long run. With a well-kept sports field nearby, students are more likely to do these activities regularly, making physical health a constant concern. Sports are suitable for your mental health as well as your physical health. It has been shown that regular physical exercise can help lower stress, anxiety, and depression. Because sports fields are private, students can let out their feelings, calm down, and recharge, which is good for their mental health. In addition, exercise has a direct effect on how well your brain works. Endorphins are chemicals in the brain that make you feel good and lessen pain. It makes your brain produce more of them. Being active has also been linked to better brain function, memory, and focus, all of which are important for doing well in school. When students do regular physical tasks, they often have more energy, focus, and motivation, which can help them do better in school. As a result, sports fields are essential for keeping your body healthy, mind clear, and emotions stable. In a school setting where kids are under more and more pressure to do well, these benefits become even more critical. Sports fields also allow students to meet new people and make friends. In contrast to the classroom, where interactions are more formal, sports provide a less tense and formal setting for students to make friends and connect with their peers. Sports events, team activities, and casual games help people get to know each other and build a sense of community at school. Many students use sports to meet new people who aren't in their usual group of friends. These conversations help kids learn social skills like how to talk to others, work together, negotiate, and settle disagreements. These skills are essential for personal growth and help kids prepare for relationships as they age. In addition, sports offer a place for variety and acceptance. Students from different backgrounds can get to know each other through sports in multicultural societies. They can put aside their differences and work together to reach shared goals. Being open to everyone brings the school together and helps break down social and cultural obstacles. The main goal of education is to help students do well in school, but sports can also positively impact academic success. Many studies indicate a link between being active and doing well in school. The sports grounds allow students to do physical tasks that help them concentrate and focus better in class. Problem solving, quick decision making, and strategic thought are all skills that can be used in school and are learned on the sports field. For example, chess and team sports like football require students to think strategically, which helps them get better at solving complex tasks. It has also been shown that exercise can help you remember things and make your brain work better, which can help you do better on tests and exams. Also, sports can help relieve the worry and anxiety of having to do well in school. Sports help students manage stress and stay healthy by balancing mental and physical tasks. This makes it easier for them to stay focused and do well in school. Sports fields are essential for building school spirit and making students feel like they belong. The excitement and energy at sports events can bring the whole school community together, from parents and former students to teachers and students. Students can unite and promote their school in inter-school sports competitions, annual sports days, and friendly matches. This builds a strong sense of identity and pride. Many students look up to athletes as role models because they show how to work hard, be dedicated, and have team pride. Athletes like these often inspire their friends to do better in school and activities outside of school, creating a culture of excellence that spreads throughout the whole school. Private schools and their facilities. Private schools, frequently seen as the pinnacle of academic excellence, charge significantly greater tuition than public schools. Modern amenities are anticipated at these institutions, including well-equipped science labs, extensive libraries, cutting-edge technology in the classroom, and extracurricular activities like sports. Nonetheless, a discernible pattern in certain private schools is the absence of sizable sports fields or outdoor areas for physical education. This problem has multiple contributing factors. The urbanization of private schools, particularly in large cities, is one of the leading causes. Private schools frequently lack the space to build expansive sports facilities because of the high cost of land and space in urban areas. In these situations, schools might decide against allocating the restricted space to sports facilities in favor of using it for classes, residence halls, or even business endeavors like holding events. Outdoor spaces that may have been utilized for physical education have been jeopardized due to this trend. Furthermore, some private schools opt to outsource their athletic programs, which entails arranging for students to participate in sports events in public or rented facilities rather than keeping a sizable field on campus. Despite its potential for success, this strategy lacks the regularity and convenience of an on-campus sports field. Another significant factor is the hefty running costs of maintaining sporting facilities. Extensive outside areas need to be maintained regularly, including cleaning, mowing, and event setup. These upkeep expenditures are a luxury that can be better used in other areas of schools already struggling with exorbitant fees and infrastructure costs. Because of this, Many private schools place more emphasis on academics and other resources than on creating and maintaining sports facilities. However, many parents may feel they are not getting value for their money when private schools do not provide basic amenities like sports fields. The lack of a suitable sports facility questions the general caliber of education offered. Parents frequently face the problem of paying excessive tuition for a school that cannot provide opportunities for holistic development. They might consider moving their kids to schools with more fantastic amenities, such as sports fields, or even search for cheaper alternatives. The gap between the rich and the poor has also widened due to private school tuition increases. Middle-class and low-income families have fewer options, whereas affluent families can afford the high tuition and admission to elite schools with better resources. Due to the absence of reasonably priced private schools with sufficient infrastructure, many families now attend government schools, which charge less but frequently have less sophisticated amenities. Government schools and the availability of sports grounds. On the other side of the spectrum, government schools that receive government funding and charge much cheaper tuition frequently have an advantage in terms of space. Many government schools have larger campuses with spacious sports facilities, especially those in less populated areas. This is particularly true in smaller cities or rural areas with cheaper land prices. Since government schools frequently have fewer financial restraints than private schools, they typically set aside more excellent space for sports facilities. Sports facilities are commonly used for physical education classes, extracurricular activities, and inter-school contests in these schools, where they are regarded as an essential component of the curriculum. However, the disparity in facilities between government schools in rural and urban areas emphasizes a problem in guaranteeing fair access to sports facilities in every area. Government schools confront difficulties that may impact the standard of education they deliver, even though they typically have more excellent sports facilities and lower tuition. The caliber of instruction and the curriculum are among the main issues. Overcrowded classrooms, underqualified teachers, and a lack of resources for efficient instruction are common problems in government schools. Even if sports facilities are available, these restrictions may affect the entire educational experience for students. Budgetary restrictions can also make maintaining athletic facilities in public schools challenging. Sports fields may not be ideal because many government schools in underdeveloped areas struggle to keep their amenities. As a result, students may have less opportunity to participate in outside activities, raising safety issues. Even though there might be grounds, the amenities might not be up to par with what students require. The need for a balanced approach. The current discrepancy between the facilities provided by government and private schools, particularly sports fields, highlights a significant problem in the educational system. Private schools frequently lack sufficient space for physical development, even though they may have state-of-the-art facilities and cutting-edge academic resources. Government schools, on the other hand, typically have more space for athletics. Still, they could have problems with different areas of education, such as the standard of the classroom and the availability of resources. To address these problems, a balanced strategy that gives equal weight to academic achievement and physical health is required. Both public and private schools need to understand how important it is to provide pupils with lots of space for physical activity. Governments and educational institutions should ensure enough money is set aside to support the construction and upkeep of sports facilities, particularly in urban schools with constrained space. Other options for private schools include creating multipurpose areas that can be utilized for both academic and athletic purposes. Partnerships with nearby government schools or sports facilities may also be investigated to enable private schools to provide more comprehensive physical education programs without having to make significant investments in land and infrastructure. Finally, the debate over sports facilities in public and private schools highlights the financial strain on families and the more significant problem of educational equality. Although private schools are expensive, the lack of necessary amenities like athletic fields begs the question of how much parents get for their money. On the other hand, government schools typically have more excellent space for sports and lower tuition, but they may also have trouble maintaining these amenities and delivering high-quality instruction. The ultimate objective should be establishing a learning environment where kids can flourish intellectually, socially, and physically. This calls for an all-encompassing strategy that balances academic rigor and the availability of resources, such as sports fields. By resolving the current inequalities and ensuring that both public and private schools provide a more equal and comprehensive educational experience, we can create a generation of kids who are not only intellectually strong but also physically and mentally well-rounded.